We have a repo crisis happening right now. Yes, right now. And a lot of people are not only getting their cars taken, they're giving their cars back.
What did he say?
Yes. I know this is crazy. How did we not see this coming? My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Make sure you check in that description. I have a newsletter. Make sure you subscribe. It's free, guys. But let's jump into this. We need to jump into this really quickly, guys. Look. Auto loans have now surpassed student loans. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Auto loans have now surpassed student loans. That should be an automatic red flag to you. Let's jump straight into this. Wall Street Journal reported that auto loan debt had surpassed student loan in total amount. At the end of Q2 2023, auto loan debt reached 1.58 trillion compared to 1.57 trillion in student loan debt. Let's take a look at this graph. We see it right here. Look at this. Student loan debt, student loan debt. Then we have auto loan debt. It surpassed it. I've said this over and over again. People are out here bragging that they're paying the highest notes that they possibly can. That could have been the red flag to show you right there that people were buying cars that they could not afford. People were buying cars at the highest point of the pandemic. They didn't care about price. They didn't care if they could afford it. They were just buying, and buying.
Shut up and take my money.
And now we're at a point where people are now typing into Google right now, how can I give my car back? I want to give my car back. They are self-repoing, guys. That's what they're doing. But hey, look, we're gonna go over a video from creator Car Questions Answer. Great channel, shows you exactly what's happening on the lots in the car industry today. Let's go for it.
Can I interest you in a pre-repo? The car market is in the middle of a financial crisis right now. The average new car payment is $729 right now. Late car payments are on the highest level seen since the 1990s. The average new vehicle right now in this market is $50,000. Even here at my car dealership, I sell cars for $2,500, for $3,500, for $4,000. People are still having a hard time getting money to buy even these cars. And the average used car payment is $528.
Now, is this a surprise? I've been showing you previously on my other videos where I talked about car loans and what's coming up, that more cars and more cars are getting repoed. When you have individuals, and I'm not making this up, guys, I'm not. You can go back and look. When people were bragging that they're paying $1,500 each on a car, $1,500 each, when the median, when the average was $1,000 that were people were having in car notes. Did you not think this was gonna happen? Did you not think that repos would just get out of control and that the way things are going with inflation, the housing market, the economy just reeling back, and then jobs are starting to get lost? What did you think was gonna happen? Of course, individuals would not be able to pay for that Hellcat. Of course, individuals, that Series 7, you looking at your bank account, you're like,
maybe I shouldn't have bought this Series 7 when I only make $70,000 a year.
And that's what people were doing. They were buying cars that they could not afford.
Oh man, no, you don't want to do that.
So when you have the interest rates continuing to go up, you hear me? It's continuing to go up. And not only that, you bought the car at the highest amount that you possibly could buy at, just like a home. You did that, and you're paying the highest auto loan that has been recorded. I mean, something's gotta give, right? And what's gonna give is people giving the cars back.
So now here's the worry. People are actually wanting to walk away from their cars. So I'm a used car dealer, and I get to see firsthand at these auctions what's actually going through the market. And what I'm seeing right now is we're seeing repos explode across these auctions. And we found that the pre-repo package is the best way to get you back on your feet. So the search term GiveBackCar has recently exploded on Google Trends, and right now it's at the highest level that it has ever been.
Now, isn't that telling, guys? So before we even go there, let's just go to Google Trends and actually see if it's exploded. So you see we're here in Google Trends and it says GiveBackCar is the search term, and take a look at this. Look, it's been dipping, and then right here you see I have the arrow right on here on GiveBackCar. What number is that? At 100%. It just skyrocketed.
It's seasonal, Orlando. During the winter, everybody wants to give their car back. You know how the season goes. Repos definitely shoot up in the winter.
I can just hear some people telling me that right now. But listen, guys, this is a red flag. This is a red flag showing you that we're going down a path. We're going down a path here that is not going to be good. And I just want to back this up with some data, guys. Let's take a look at this real quick. It says, according to the Federal Reserve, auto loan delinquencies for the last 60 days or more increased again in September for the 5th month in a row, up 13.3% on the year. Delinquencies among some prime borrowers reached a nearly 30-year high in September of 6.1%, the highest rate since 1994. So, is that seasonal? I don't think that's seasonal. I think something is going on with the economy to make individuals want to give their car back and self-repo. I think something is going on with the economy for individuals not to be able to afford those cars. So, this data that I'm showing you, a lot of it is a lot of rows, right? It's 5th month in a row. The highest it's been in 30 years. If those aren't red flags, I don't know what to tell you.
You can easily see the situation where, okay, this customer that owes $42,000 on it, they walk up on a Dodge lot and they say, well, this brand new one of the same thing that I have is almost $10,000 cheaper than what I owe on mine. It makes people start to think.
So what Car Questions Answered said is this. I just really want you to remember what he said. He is saying that people are coming to the lots, right? Coming to the lots, and they're looking at the cars and they're going,
this brand new car of this same model is $10,000 cheaper than what I'm paying right now?
So they're incentivized to give back the cars. They're incentivized to say, yeah, I think I'm going to get this cheaper car. But here's the thing, guys. When you give back a car, the math doesn't make sense. I know. Some of you guys are like having anxiety because you're like, Orlando, the math doesn't make sense. Why would you give a car back that you already owe money on? Doesn't that mean that if you self-repo the car, that stays on your credit? You still owe that money. Or worse, you trade, quote unquote, trade up, and now you're adding that balance onto the new car. Does that make any sense? Just to get a new car? And I would say, ding, 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 you're right. It doesn't make sense. But does it really make sense for someone to buy a BMW 7 Series on a $70,000 salary when they have a bunch of other expenses? Matter of fact, they have all of those things. They have high credit card balances. Matter of fact, they don't even have a home. They rent, and they're buying a 7 Series $150,000 BMW. I know, it blows your mind. But I showed you video evidence of people on TikTok saying,
mine is $1,325.
And what kind of vehicle is that?
It's a 22 Ford Raptor.
And they're proud of it. So I want you to really think to yourself, what happens when you get flooded with a bunch of inventory? Tell me, what happens when you get flooded with a bunch of inventory that has been repoed from cars that people can't afford? What happens to the values of cars? Well, they tank. So if you bought a car that was, you overpaid for it, and then you go trade that in, or you think that the car is going to hold value, because a lot of people believe this. I know this sounds crazy, but a lot of people believe that cars will hold value, especially if they're high-priced cars. And I say, no, they're depreciating assets. And then everybody looks at me like I'm a deer in headlights. It is guaranteed when you drive that car off the lot, it depreciates. Since that car and that model increased 200% in supply, what do you think is going to happen to your value of your car? it's gonna plummet. And then to knock home this point, guys, when you see banks leaving, when banks abandon the market, when they say, we're no longer going to finance cars, you may want to take a look at this. It says here, some lenders have left the auto finance market. One of the most troubling developments of this year is lenders drastically reducing their automotive financing options or leaving the market entirely. In September 2022, Capital One announced that the bank would significantly reduce auto loans portions of their business. Announcement came after Capital One saw a 12% drop in earnings from the first quarter of 2022 to the second. Another lender, Citizens Financial Group, announced that it would exit the auto market loan also. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When you're seeing banks say, I'm out of here, there's too many delinquencies, there's too much stuff happening. We see a lot of people owing way more than what the car is worth. When you start seeing things like that, and these banks who have analysts and pay tons of money for people to analyze markets to see if it's a good business venture to stay in it or continue, it's time to get ready. So it's gonna get worse before it gets better, guys. This is the reason why you need to do your research, that you need to be subscribed to channels like mine, watch videos like this, so that you can see what's going on in these financial markets, read in between the lines, and allow me to help you. So as always, I hope you got value out of this content, but you won't get all of your information off of this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this video here. It'll help you what's going on with financial news, the housing market, and get into your first rental property. And as always, the information I provide will be gold. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.